goodness. Go knock them out this weekend, Dallas.
Yes, we are.
Uh-oh. Sorry, Gigi. It just hit when you were saying it. Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Phyllis Nash. I am your Chief Sales Officer here at Wakana, as well as one of your co-founders. Excited to be here. This is March 1st, which means this is the official start of March Madness. But wait a minute. The teams also have a great benefit because from the February 21st through the end of March, those points that you did between February 21st and today also count in your first week. And I think we have a bye week, which means a free week or a while. I don't know what they call it. That's sports talk. But I do know what you're supposed to do during this time. But I think you have a bye week, which this week means no one is eliminated. So keep up the work. Keep going. And so what I want to start out with is just giving you a few points on what you should be doing. All those really, guys, these are the same points. You're going to 10x what you've been doing. And so they say, I never knew this statistic, but they say by the age of 7 that you have been told no over 148,000 times. That's on average. So at the age of 7, you didn't care how many times somebody told you no. What you cared about, I know me, at the age of 7, if somebody told me no, I was just going to figure out a way to ask them another way so that I could get to that yes. But something happens between the age of 7 and growing up where you take that no personal, where you take that no meaningful, where you take that no and say, oh, he said no, so there's nothing else I can do about that. No does not always mean no. Go back to your childhood self. Go back to the time when you would do whatever it took to get that yes out of someone. And you didn't take that no personally. All you did was saw that no and said, let me figure out a way to get that no to turn into a yes. Same thing that's happened now. So find that younger you again. And again, always the negative expectations of those close to you. You got to know that you got to fortify yourself with positive things that instead of those negative things. And maybe they don't mean to be negative, the closest people to you, but since they've never done it themselves, never known anybody to do it, not even try it, then they're going to talk about all the things that can't happen. But when you hang out with people that have seen it happen, when they have made a mindset, when they listen to Dr. Pat and Coach Dan on a daily, or someone that inspires them to let them know that this world is so huge, there's no stopping you, and you want to take a part in things that others say are impossible. So if you already know this going in, then you can't let that shut you down. There's going to be negative people, and guess what? They're probably the closest things to you. People to you. And so everything in life begins in a dream, but you must have a picture of what your life looks like. Just say in the next 5 weeks. Okay, March Madness is going to be probably the next 5 weeks. And think about it. It's going to take you right into our anniversary. So that can begin. This can be the beginning of your 90-day momentum. You have to look at things in time frames. If you're getting busy in your business now, if you're getting momentum going in your business now, if you get people excited that are going to join you in your business now, you can carry that through and you can build out and say what your life is going to look like in the next 90 days, starting now. And remember, guys, you signed up as a distributor. There is an independent agreement attached to you getting started with Wakana. And one of the things is that it's up to you to employ yourself. And that in itself is a skill, because we are our own worst bosses. Okay, but you have to take this serious as a business and employ yourself and know that it's a daily method of operation. You can't just get up and say, oh, I'll do this at a certain, no, you need to have this planned out. And if you're working as a part-time person in the business, you really need to be structured. You really need to utilize your lunch break, your whatever breaks you have throughout the day. You needed to have set up with your family. Hey, I'm getting ready to make this run for March Madness, and I'm going to be working a little extra because I see big things and I got big goals for after it's done. And again, utilizing your upline, utilizing your sponsor, those over your sponsor. You should get to know everybody. Dr. Pat said that when she came into a business, she looked and found the most successful people and shadowed them, asked them questions. Enough of you all aren't asking people that have been successful questions. There is questions that you can ask and answers that you can get that's going to help you in your business. So what it requires to succeed, you have to have purpose and reason. We've been through all of this. Be willing to exchange something in return. You're exchanging some of that family time and some of that personal time these next 5 weeks because you want to come out possibly as a rank advancement for yourself, but especially having expanded and helping maybe 4 or 5 of your team members do the same thing. So that might be in a small amount of time, but you got to commit to that. And that burning desire. Do you know the only difference between the highest paid distributor and the lowest paid is desire? How do you develop your desire? This is what you should concentrate on. Have that commitment, guys, in your business, not just for the next 5 weeks, but what it's going to look like in the next 2 years. When business owners do a business plan, they take it out at least for the first 3 to 5 years and then add as they go on. The business plan is there. Things are going to get in the way. Changes are going to happen. Pandemics are going to happen. You had no rhyme or reason as to know the first month after going into our new location, after having rent that we had not had before, after having rented out a 4,000 square foot facility and not being able to share our business as we normally did, that we had to pivot. So yes, but we never once said, oh my God, a pandemic came along and now we got to close down. No, we pivoted and we did what we needed to do. And here we are almost 7 years later, almost over $7 million in revenue. And hey, if we had said what happened because of circumstances, that it had to stop our business, where would we be? But instead we said, nope, let's just pivot and keep it moving. Because one thing we can't control is what happens in this world. What we can control is our attitude. Now, what makes a legend? You must expand your business through recruiting. Guys, you want to stop that. Recruiting might mean just recruiting customers. You can go out. You don't ever know what that person is going to like about your business. You might end up with a customer. And guess what? We love that. You might end up with somebody that wants to come into your business. And guess what? We love that. But you got to do it. You cannot get around it. You cannot rank advance. You cannot build your business. And when you meet someone new, and guys, this is a misnomer that a lot of people don't get. When you meet somebody that's new, they're excited about their business. You want to get that launch party because there's new blood. They have all kinds of new prospects that you did not have access to before. So the sooner you get them, the sooner you have their grand opening and help them to do that, the sooner you have more new blood looking at Wakanda, making the decision. And what you have to do even before they get to that point, when you're sitting down having that for 48 hours, or even when you're listening to them as a prospect, what do you have to do? You have to do more listening than you do talking, because you can overcome their objections when they're making that decision. Oh, but I don't have time. But if you structure your time, Wakanda has recorded versions, Wakanda has webinars every day of the week. You can overcome the objections that they have. But if you're doing all the talking, you have no clue who you are sitting across the table with. And you need to just listen, and then you're able to move forward. And as you're embarking on this March Madness, again, a daily method of operation needs to be in place. You need to have a calendar right there in front of you. You need to know at the end of each week, your points are going to be counted. If you're the captain of the team, you need to be having a accountability, even if it's 5 minutes a day. Check in with your team as a whole and let them know what's going on. What are you doing? What do you need help with? I'm there for 3 ways. That's what you need to be able to do. And developing your story. All of this, guys, is your documentary into your business. And so what I'd like to also end with is that what are the people? Who are the people that, now, first of all, what does a prospect need to know before they make a decision? They first have to have something that they can see that they can do. See, a lot of times we do too much in the beginning, and when people, we come to people, we talk a lot, we say a lot, and what they're thinking in their head is, can I do this? I can't stand up there and have, explain everything about the endocannabinoid system and all of that. You don't need to do that, because what people are looking at when you're sharing with them is, can I do that? Now, can they send out 3 videos? Can they follow up and ask a person what they like best? Can they direct a person to the webinar? Can they set up a 3-way and say to their upline, hey, I got a new prospect. They looked at the videos. They've been to a webinar. Now they have questions. Can you do that and let then the upline ask for the business? See, those are simple rules. Those are simple tools that you can use to expand your business. But if you stand up and sound like a doctor, what they're saying to themselves is, I can't do that. So I might buy some product, but I can't join the business because all this stuff that this person is doing, I can't do. So if you use your tools and your system, everybody can use that system because it's truly duplicatable. And then the conviction. You got to have, first they have to have interest. First, they got to know they can do it. Then they have to have interest. Then the conviction grows. And then the desire is there because now they said, I can do this. I can do the same thing. And I can do this 10, 20 times a day. Pass out 3 videos, follow up, find out what they like best. Ask them if they have more interest, can I put them on a webinar? Or if they're not available, I can send them a recorded webinar. Can I follow up them with my business partner so they can get all their questions answered? Can you do that? Can you make it simple? Yes. How many times do you think you can do that a day? 10 at least. And guess what? That's called daily method of operation. And then you want them to close. And so, guys, who are you looking for? You got to listen. This comes with listening. You want to have people who are dissatisfied with their income, dissatisfied with their health, dissatisfied with their career, dissatisfied about what their future looks like. If you are aware of their problems and they are sufficiently disturbed by that problem, then they are willing to be open, they are willing to work, and they are willing to be coachable. And so I'm going to ask Dr. Roz. That was just a little bit, and we are at the last minute. I try to keep it at 15 minutes Tuesday through Thursday. And so what I'm going to ask Dr. Roz to do for all of those that are participating in March Madness, and whether you're on a team, everything I just said, or whether you're not participating, everything I just said gives you some tools to move your business to that next level, that next rank. And so, Dr. Roz, for a daily method of operation, I would like for you to add to the Wakana March Madness Facebook group page. Could you add that massive action sheet where we had the daily things that you could do to move your business to the next level so everybody can have access to that? It was called the massive action. It can still be called the massive action because this is a form of massive action. And so today is Tuesday. Dr. Roz, I'll let you say when that people can access that on the site. Could you unmute yourself and let us know when you will be able to, within this day, to put that up for the people?
It should be there at least by noon.
Okay, thank you so much. And so everybody can access that, use it through your business because that's going to keep you accountable. That's going to get your March Madness off to a very good start. And I promise you, if you do your daily methods of operation, you can't do anything but win. Today is Tuesday, guys. We have 7 p.m. tonight. Our doctor edition. That means any healthcare professional you have that is interested, please have them tune in. And at 8 o'clock, we have our business overview. So go out and have a Wakanda kind of day and let's kick some butt because it's March Madness. Thank you guys. See you tomorrow morning with Coach Dan. Bye now.